there's nothing like playing some good old Atari. You know, these graphics aren't as good as I remember them being. Now, granted, it doesn't help that I'm playing Pac-Man, but man, kind of wish it was better. Did I hear somebody say they wanted an Atari with better graphics? That's exactly what I said, but isn't that impossible? Dumbass, haven't you heard of the Atari 5200 yet? Atari 5200? That's like 2600? That's like two 2600s. Fuck that. Oh, the Atari 5200. Obviously, that was to show that, I mean, I've heard of it before, but most people haven't. And that's because this thing flopped like hell. Well, I mean, I was lucky enough to get one in the box. But, I mean, well, yeah. Man, why is this so goddamn big? This is unnecessary. Here's the 5200 compared to a Sega Genesis. That's like, the Genesis is tiny. Like, I thought the Genesis was a decent-sized console to begin with. But that's tiny. Look at that thing. And you know why? It's all because of this big flap that actually, apparently, is really fragile. And you know what it's for? To store the stupid controllers. Very smart, Atari. Let's talk about the controller. Yellow? Oh yeah, just kidding. That's not a telephone. This is the controller. You know, you got the 2600 controller, which is literally just a stick and a button. This stick. This. Oh yeah, you got the stick. In fact, I think it's, if I remember correctly, the first analog joystick ever made. Doesn't self-center. Oh, shut up. It's got the pause button, which I think is also the first console that ever had a pause button. 2 buttons on each side, and a keypad. As the YouTuber Scott the Wild said it best, one of the workers at these companies went home, looked at his telephone, and said, "I'm drunk." This is unnecessary. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, the controller cord is, like, short. Like, shorter than my friend. That's saying something. Now, theoretically, you can't judge a console by, you know, the controller and stuff, so you might as well, let's just test it. The next best question, where the fuck do you plug the power cord in? Go on the console? Well, I mean, I can tell you. You could try every single hole this thing has. You can try lifting this thing up. I don't even know what it's for. The console does not have power plug. You know what it does? You turn this big sumbitch upside down. You grab the cord, this cord. You untangle it. And this is the cord that outputs audio and video and inputs electricity to work the thing. Now, you get your best friend, the piece of shit switch box. Yeah, you know the thing Nintendo has, or the original Atari 2600 had. Yeah, this is like one of the first automatic switch boxes. Well, yeah, you get that cord that you pulled out of the 5200 right there into the game. Pretty normal for a console this era, right? Well, this is where it gets stupid. Remember your power cord? Yeah, this plugs in here. That's not normal. You just plugged the cord that you put into your wall into the switch box. So pretty much electricity is going from the wall into the switch box. And then it's traveling down this cord to go into the console. And at the same time, the console is sending video and audio back through it up to this and into your TV. Why didn't you just have 2 cords? Now granted, I do have the 4-port, and the 2-port model did have this, Or is just you plug the power cord into the console. But the big thing is, why didn't they just do that in the first place? It's not rocket science. Now, you gotta understand, there were only 69 games made for this game. This game console. I only have one, and it was the game that came with the console, Super Breakout. Well, okay, you gotta give them credit. The cartridges look nice. These are slips that you put over the controllers. They're kind of unnecessary. Bam! Also, apparently it has a power light. That's kind of nice. It works. Well, I'll use this controller, but hey, let's just do this one. Start. Just kidding, I know these are already faulty. This is the problem with the 5200. The controllers don't work. These things are faulty. And if you think, oh, you can just get, ones that do work, they're all faulty. If you can find one of these original that still work, either they're not going to work for long, or you're 1 in a million. These pieces of shit don't fucking work. Unless you replace the contacts. These are pieces of crap. You know what contact replacements are? $55 on eBay. That's a lot for a fucking controller that's 50 years old, 40 years old. Shut up. And I would go through the effort to try my other controller, but I already know it suffers the exact same fate, because they all do. Well, maybe we could just, unplug this controller and, put in an Atari 2600 controller. Ha, you're fucking funny. Do you see a problem with this? You see a fucking problem with this? This isn't the 2600, this isn't compatible with 2600 controllers. Which means you also can't use Genesis controllers or ColecoVision controllers. Which, ColecoVision controllers would have been really nice. Because they actually work compared to these pieces of shit. But no. So unless you go spend $50-some on a replacement contact pin, or you just get lucky cleaning one of these out, at least you get to watch it. Whoa. Balls are moving. Well, I hope you learned something. Unless you're a nerd like me, I don't recommend getting a 5200. But hey, new content. I haven't made content for 2 months now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah. See ya losers later.